my mission to show you the arcade-loving audience. I want to show you, I'm going to mine this mini Cinnabons. Oh, he whacked me. Oh, did you see that? Okay, he's living. What's up, everybody? We have a upgrade in store for you today on Arcade Hollywood. I've got my coffee ready, and we're heading over here to Sinistar by Williams. This is a fantastic game. I'm having some problems with the original board. I actually did the upgrade to the switching power supply. Everything is 100% original except for the switching power supply. And I want to turn the game on, and I want to show you what is going on with the Sinistar. We're having trouble with the high score tables and some gameplay issues. Sometimes it'll freeze. I've had some pretty good luck with this Sinistar since I got it. Here's a clip of my original acquisition of this game. It's been a long time, I think 2016. Here's a clip. We're gonna unveil this game right now. Check it out. We actually acquired this game about a week ago, and I haven't unearthed it yet just because I wanted to unveil it on Arcade Hollywood. So let's see if I can do this without, see if we can do the big reveal. And what is the game? It's a Sinistar by Williams Electronics. Something we are very, very excited to have in the arcade. All right, so something here that's of interest. This actually kind of tells you something here. So literally it tells you that there's some kind of error going on, and I don't have any, I have no corrosion on the battery case, and the boards are really clean. So what I think I'm going to do today, and yes, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I actually made a purchase during the pandemic. Yep. I'm going to upgrade this to a Williams FPGA to JROK. So I'm not, like I said, I'm a huge fan of these JROK boards. This is a Sinistar cabinet to Jamma PCB adapter. So that way it'll allow us to use all the original hardware from the game, like the controls. So, and one thing about Sinistar that's unique to a lot of other Williams games, this has a 49-way joystick. Let me turn the lights off for a second. I actually put LEDs in the buttons, which at night, oh look, check it out. As you can see, having some trouble. That sucker's, it's been giving me troubles for a long time. So yeah, it's time. It's time we get this completed, and Sinistar will ride again. All right, so I want to take this out of the package here. I got this from Arcade Shop. They're really hard to get right now. I think everybody's trying to upgrade their games. But as you can see here, this is what it looks like right here. This is the Williams JROK FPGA, and this is version 1.32. There's a really good shot of it there. And the other thing I got is I got this Sinistar Arcade to Jamma PCB adapter. So basically what this is going to let me do, this is going to let me plug everything into the original hardware so that I can use the original controls. And this is actually the 49-way joystick plug that you need to plug into here. You need to put it right here into that 49-way stick area, very similar to the reactor video I did where we had to actually wire something right into the board. That's just how it's designed. And you can see a ribbon cable here. Oh, also on this adapter, there is a horizontal sync wire that you have to use because this game is vertical, so this is needed. And as you will see right here on the board, that is where you put the horizontal and vertical sync. You put the horizontal and vertical sync red and black cable right in here from the adapter. So this should let you sync everything up. So right now let's head over to the Sinistar and let's get busy. I'm going to take you inside the Sinistar cabinet. I'm going to show you what I did to make my life easier for wiring up the Jamma to Sinistar adapter. So let's go inside the cabinet here. So as you can see, I looked at the blueprints, I looked at the schematics of Sinistar, and I identified the board, I identified the connector on each board that I needed to access. So right here, 10J2, that is the speaker connector that coincides here, right there on the connector. So then I move over here to this board, and 2J3, that is the coin door. So that is the connection that I needed to do with the coin door. So I move down here to 3J2, that's the interface board. Then I move over here, that is the video connector, 1J3, and then here's the power at 1J1. I think it's just an easier way to do this. And this solution here is absolutely wonderful. I've got it all wired up. Now it's time to fire up the board to see if it works. Okay. So as you can see on the board, we got 3 green lights, which is excellent. I need to do a little wire management here, but I'm going to rig this up here because I'll have access to the I'll have access to the harness, and I'll have access to the volume control. This configuration, it disables this cabinet volume pot here. So you won't be using that. You'll be using the volume pot right on the JROK board. Let's swing around front and let's see what happened. Welcome to the dashboard, everybody. As you can see, this is my horizontal dashboard, and camera 1 right here. Right below me is my channel identification and my logo. All the way at the bottom corner here, I got a little video that actually shows the board, the inside of the cabinet, maybe the control panel, so it loops. And right over here is the game screen. But for this menu, we're going to actually do a horizontal menu to start so we can display the menu settings. So right now, what you're seeing on screen is the official FPGA, the JROK FPGA menu screen, which shows you a variety of different games you can choose from. And you might be saying, hey Jeff, why is that not displaying correctly on your game itself? Well, it's real simple. Most of the games in the Williams library on these boards were horizontal orientation. Sinistar is one of those oddball vertical games. So right now, you will see that it's rotated. Right now, I'm going to use the 2-player button, and we're going to go to the setup menu. And you hit the 1-player button to enter. And check this out. So I'm going to give you a little overview of some of the system setup menu options here on the FPGA. So the first one is the system settings. So let's hit the 1-player button. This is so great. You can set all kinds of things depending on what your requirements are for your cabinet, or your maybe you got a multi-game, you want to set things right. So I'm going to review what I'm doing. So I'm going to boot this to Sinistar, which if you turn the game off and you turn it back on, it'll boot right to Sinistar without going to the FPGA menu or any setup menus. The machine type, upright, let's go down these. So you can select how long you want the 1 and 2 player button menus to activate the menu options. Screensaver. I'm not sure what the screensaver is. What's that? I'm going to say screensaver off. I don't know what that means. We will find out. Fast boot, we got that set to on. Now this is a very important setting. If you are using Sinistar and you have it all set up and wired for Sinistar, you have to turn on the 49-way joystick. If you do not, it will not function. We're going to do a standard button map scheme. We're going to skip down all the rest for other games. I got the VGA scan lines turned off because I actually have a real computer CRT. So let's see. Okay, that is a review of the system setup menu, so I'm going to hit to get out. Let's look at option settings. So for my game, I've got the high score set. The high score reset button is enabled. Blaster, Robotron, Defender, Stargate. There's a lot of other menu options there for you depending on your game. So right now, nothing applies for me here for my game, at least for now. So I'm going to hit the exit setup. So let's go. I'm not going to show that, but in case there's updates where you can load more ROMs, there's a option for loading game ROMs. Game enable, let's select that one. So if you go into the game enable menu, I can actually have whatever games on or turned off in the menu. So when you go to that main menu screen, you can turn games on and off. I'm just going to leave them all on. Okay, switch test. So there's a couple of ways you can do your switch test for your FPGA. So right now, this is the JROK switch test. So I'm going to go in. So as you can see on the screen here, I'm going to hit the fire button on the left, fire button on the right. Those are active. Cinnabomb, left, right, working. Player 1, player 2, working. And I'm going to activate the 49-way joystick. You'll see a variety of 1 and 0s there. So looks like we have a winner. So to exit this menu, you have to hold down the 1 and 2 player. Okay. So let's see, system update. So far, I haven't had to do any system updates, but I think sometimes JROK does updates to his boards. And this is the exit setup. All right. So right now, I am going to launch Sinistar. And like I said, you use the 2-player button to select. And then once you have the game you want to select, which is Sinistar, you hit the 1-player button to launch. There we go. So let me switch over to the other menu real quick on my, boom. So this streaming menu here is my vertical streaming menu. And as you can see, camera 1, right below me in the corner there is the video that shows just a couple of really cool details. It shows the cabinet, control panel, the inside of the game, maybe the FPGA board. I'm going to do this for some of my live streams. Right in the middle bottom, I have my Arcade Hollywood logo area. And then right here is the game capture screen. Look at how beautiful that looks. That looks incredible. Let me share with you an additional feature of the FPGA board, the JROK FPGA. So if you open the coin door, and with the original boards, there's 3 buttons there. There's a test button, and then there's an escape button, and there's also an advance button. If you're familiar with the Williams style pinball machines or video games, here's a little picture of it. It's this little button menu system. So I'm going to hit the advance button, and as you can see, I can actually access all of the original test and menu options just as I have a real Williams board. So if you hit, that's the RAM test there. As you advance here, it shares with you different tests. So also on the FPGA menu, you can actually do a switch test, but this is the real Williams switch test. So as you can see, when I move the 49-way joystick, it works. So hit a buttons, fire, bomb, player 1, player 2, fire, and bomb. All right, so let's go to the next test. It does a little color RAM test. It's even got a little cross section test here so you can align your monitor. I can do a color test. It's got the bookkeeping menu here. This is the original menu here, and this actually is a live working menu for the JROK FPGA. So I could actually set different settings. I can set the difficulty of my game, the number of ships per game, free play. It's perfect. So this is wonderful. So let me go advance. And we're back in the game. So wait a second. I forgot something here. So let me cut over to another screen. I want to share with you right now some details about Sinistar. So Sinistar was released by Williams Electronics in February of 1983. Now what's odd about this is on the splash screen, you can see right there, it says copyright 1982 Williams Electronics. On screen it says 82, but the official release date for this game is listed as February 1983. Sinistar was created by Sam Dicker, Jack Hager, Noel Falstein, R.J. Michael, Richard Witt, and Python Angelou. The voice of Sinistar was recorded by radio personality John Doremus. And here's something really cool. Sinistar was featured in numerous episodes of the TV show Starcade. Starcade, if I remember correctly, when I was younger and when the show was airing, it aired on TBS on cable. That was the only way we could see it. All right, so now without further delay, let's play a couple games of Sinistar. All right, right off the bat, this game is hard right off the bat, but what I'm gonna do right away is mine these planetoids here for Cinnabons. I need to have more Cinnabons than Sinistar has pieces because you have to hit Sinistar a bunch of times. So, and the main enemies here on this screen, the main enemies are the workers and the warriors. So, and if you can see in the top center of your video screen here, you can see it's called the Deep Space. Ooh, did you hear that? Run, Howard. No, he said run, coward. Not Ron Howard. Okay, I hear him. So I'm looking at the Deep Space scanner up in the top center, and you can see that big yellow dot. That's Sinistar. So I think my mission to show you the arcade-loving audience, I want to show you, I'm going to mine as many Cinnabombs. Oh, he whacked me. Oh, did you see that? Okay, he's living. So it says I have 20 Cinnabombs and, wait, okay, let's get this guy. Okay, time to destroy Sinistar. Okay, here we go. Let me fire my Cinnabombs. I got him. Okay. And it emptied out my Cinnabombs. So the battle computer is engaging warp engines. So now I'm heading over into the worker zone. I don't think I've ever cleared the worker zone. But this game gets really hard real fast, so like I said, you want to keep mining for Cinnabons by hitting the planetoids. And if you don't grab those Cinnabons real fast, those workers, watch the worker there, he'll try to grab a Cinnabon, and what he does, oh, Sinistar already has 9 pieces. So what those workers do is they take those Cinnabons and they construct Sinistar. So, oh gosh, I tell you, those warrior enemies get hard really fast. If I didn't have a 49-way joystick. Okay, here we go. Okay, how many Sinistars do I got? What's the high score? 50,000. Okay, a couple guys. Uh-oh, he's living. Gosh. Okay, I have 10 Cinnabons. He has 13 He has 13 pieces, so I need. Oh, the game's over. Oh man, we're gonna play one more game. I'm gonna enter my initials. Okay, as you can see, I have posted quite a few scores here in the Cinemortals. I have hit Cinemortal status. And also, it also shows the high scores for the day. So, do you want to play another game? Because I sure do. Let's fire it up. Okay, so on your cabinet, there's a little how to play. So I better stop my yapping and get some Cinnabons. There's an instruction card right there on the bezel. It actually tells you how to play Sinistar. Get that guy. Yeah. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason. Like, I'm not sure if certain planetoids yield more Cinnabons than others. There's a couple of different size planetoids. So you got these bigger planetoids. And then let me find a couple of different ones. So right there's a smaller planetoid. You gotta be fast. Let's get this son of a gun. Oh man. Yep. Man, those warriors are hard. Oh, I'm in trouble. You gotta be fast. You gotta be very vigilant of those warrior ships that shoot at you. Let me use. I will say, it's been tough. It was tough for me to find a Sinistar, but I actually lucked out, and my good friend Warren and I, back in 2016, I want to say, actually lucked into getting Sinistar. We made a trade. Love this game. Oh, he lives. Okay, I'm not going to mess around. Let's go find Sinistar. Oh, well. Ooh, I got another guy. I got lucky. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy. Here he comes. Got him. I got him. All right. The battle computer is engaging the warp drive. And now I'm entering the work zone. Man, it gets hard real fast. Let's see if I can get the high score. I don't think I've ever cleared the worker zones. warp. There's a bug in this game I read where you could actually get to other warps, but it's a pretty difficult thing to achieve. You can see by the scanner. Oh gosh, he's alive already. Did I get another guy? Oh. Ooh, I think I put up a good score. It says, congratulations, your score ranks among the top 30. Give 3 initials. Okay. Number 1. So right now my high score on Sinistar is 71,600. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Arcade Hollywood. Check out Arcade Shop's website for all things arcade and pinball. This is a great resource for restoring your games, so go to www.arcadeshop.com. I will have a link in the description below. Once again, a huge shout out to Mike Miller and his band Auragami for all the amazing music for this channel. Check out the link below to explore the Auragami music catalog. Coming soon to Arcade Hollywood, we will have the Pin Brewfest 2021 weekend trip footage, more Barncade Build Series videos, and the Star Wars Episode 1 monitor mod upgrade. Check us out on a variety of social platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we will also be launching our Barncade live streams very soon. Please email me with any questions or comments at discohollywood1@gmail.com. This does it for another episode of Arcade Hollywood. Please like and subscribe.